What is going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. In today's video, we are going to be doing a playthrough video of the brand new ambush quest Sengoku, and hands down, like, gotta say it straight off the bat, this is the hardest piece of content, I believe, that has arrived on Global thus far, aside from the co-op mission, which obviously was extremely difficult as well. This piece of content is going to be hard for a lot of people to complete, especially straight after Colosseum Tamago. They made it extremely difficult for a lot of players to beat this, and in this video I do have one team utilizing Whitebeard and Marco, and obviously big shout outs to Nightmare. Link to his channel will be down below in the description for the team idea for this as well. But anyways, before we get into the actual team and discussing the dungeon itself and why it's so difficult, I want to talk about the brand new character, which is the ambush quest Sengoku. So here we have his fully limit broken here as well. His limit break is available, so if you guys do have him, make sure to go ahead and rainbow him out straight away. This character is a Psi Cerebral Fighter character at max level, at level 99 with max limit break. He has 2,520 HP, 1570 attack, and 360 recovery, so pretty stock standard, I would say. Pretty good stats overall. His captain effect will go ahead and boost Cerebral and Fighter characters' attack by 2.75, and then will also boost attack by a further 1.1 times for characters with a cost of 30 or less. So that means if you have a character in your crew that is 30 or less cost, they get around about a 3 times boost, which is pretty decent. But as a captain, you're not really going to be using him really to complete content that often. You're mainly going to be using him as a sub, because not only is his special ability really nice, but he actually has really good sailor abilities as well. So his special ability maxes at 13 with his limit break. Naturally, I believe it maxes at 15 turns, and it's pretty unique in what it does. So first of all, it will reduce one enemy's health by 20%. That ignores damage negating abilities and barriers, so that's always going to be a useful effect to get the health cut through the barriers no matter what. And then on top of it, he states that if 4 or more characters on your crew have the same type slot, specifically it has to be a colored orb, and 4 of the same colored orb have to be on your crew. And if that is the case, he makes that specific type slot beneficial for 1 turn, and also doubles the crew's slot effects for 3 turns. He's a 2 times orb booster for 3 turns. Now, instantly, like, a character that comes to mind that would help fulfill this condition would be not Invasion Shanks, Legend Shanks, V2 Shanks, because he gives you a guaranteed full board of orbs of any color that you want. So you could run like a Psi-based team, or even like an Int-based team, and even if you don't have a character like V2 Akainu, this character would allow you to get a really high orb boost, and then also treat all the orbs as beneficial to all your characters. So it's actually a pretty interesting sort of character, but the main reason why this character is going to be good is for an upcoming treasure map. The upcoming treasure map is going to have one of these bosses where they give you a guaranteed a full board of the same color, and then this character is going to be like extremely useful for that particular fight. Now, in terms of his crewmate abilities, his first one is going to boost the crew's base stats by 50, so that's actually pretty nice because it boosts literally every single stat, HP, attack, and recovery, and all by 50 as well. For each character, that's going to add up to a pretty substantial boost. And his secondary one, which is the reason why he's so goddamn good as well, is that he makes tandem orbs beneficial to your entire crew as a sub. So he is such a useful unit to have. Talking about his potential abilities, he has the Enrage ability of an additional 150 attack, and he also has Slotbind resistance, completely getting rid of it. Like, it's crazy that he has this, because a lot of legends that have Slotbind resistance do not completely get rid of it. This is like one of the only characters that can help you fully get around any amount of turns of Slotbind. So this character, I feel, is definitely worth maxing out, but just comparing him to some of the other ambush quests, I feel like Invasion Garp is a little bit more useful, and he has more uses overall compared to this character. But, you know, when you do have a situation where you do need a character like this character is just going to be so nice to have, but he's just a little bit more niche compared to some of the other ambush quests. But anyways, now that we've fully discussed the character, let's go ahead and get into the breakdown of the ambush quest Sengoku. So now we can go ahead and fully discuss the brand new ambush quest Sengoku. So this stage, man, I don't know why they did it so difficult on his debut. They released him on Colosseum Tamago and only available on Tamago. So I think most players are going to be finding this quest quite difficult, and I was also finding it quite difficult. I wasn't really too sure what team I really wanted to use for this, and there is only going to be one team in this video. I really was trying to formulate another team. I mean, I know Luffy and Ace can do this, and I know like a zombie team can do it, but I didn't really want to showcase those type of teams and I think Whitebeard Marco is just so much fun to use, so that's why I'm using him in this video. Also, once again, shout out to Nightmare for this particular team. Link to his channel will be down below in the description. But let's actually get into this. So the first stage is going to have a whole bunch of guys with orb barriers. Now, luckily, there is a preemptive attack that can give you a full board of negative orbs, so you can actually, you know, organize your team in a way so that the orbs that you get given from the preemptive attack can be used to take down the guys with the barrier. So that's a really nice way to get around that. Obviously, it does depend on what team you are running and how that is structured. And then on stage 2, it's a pretty straightforward stage with a turtle that you can stall on and a whole bunch of other mob characters. So you definitely want to be getting most of your stall done here on stages 1 and 2 to ensure you have your specials ready for stage number 3. Now, it's actually freaking hilarious that they did this, because on stage 3, we have a boss, Akainu. Interestingly enough, on the Japanese side of the game, Ambush Quest Sengoku on stage 3, Akainu is not the boss. It's actually Zephyr. So for some reason, they decided to switch out the bosses from Zephyr to Akainu. Don't really understand why they had to do that. Obviously, it could be some issues with licensing and stuff, you know, the big meme on Global. But it is weird. We've got, you know, the Zephyr Legend coming very soon. But either way, it doesn't take anything away from the boss. He does the exact same thing that the Zephyr boss did on Japan. It's just the character itself is swapped out for a different character. So talking about stage 3, which is going to be Akainu for Global, he has 3 million health and attacks every turn, I believe, for 8,000 damage. He has a preemptive attack of cutting your health in half and giving you a 5-turn despair. He has full immunity for 99 turns, and he also will change your orbs around. So your top row gets Dex orbs, your middle row gets Quick orbs, and your bottom row will get Strength orbs. So you can, you know, depending on your team composition, you can actually organize your team to make sure that those are going to be guaranteed orbs. And obviously, this whole dungeon is built around allowing V2 Jinbei to dominate this piece of content. So with the whole new batch of V2 Jinbei, you can destroy this ambush quest very easily. Also, something to note is that after the first turn of attacks, Akainu will give himself a 1.5 times attack boost. So again, you know, you want to be taking him down as quick as possible. You can definitely tank a hit on this guy and then kill him on the second turn. But remember, he does give you that 5-turn despair, which means that when you actually enter the dungeon with sockets, it'll only be a 2-turn despair. So it's not really too tricky to get around. And now moving on to the stage I think a lot of people are going to die on, which is going to be the double stage with Sengoku and Garp. Sengoku has 5 million health and attacks every turn for 11,000, whereas Garp has 3 million HP and he attacks every turn for 12,000 damage. You can see that Sengoku has a quick orb barrier and Garp has an int orb barrier, and they have a full 99 turn immunity, so you cannot lower their defense, you cannot poison them, and also a preemptive attack from Garp is that he's going to go ahead and slot bind your top and middle rows for 1 turn, so having the ability to remove slot bind with their limit break will make this stage much easier to deal with. And also they have 2-turn % damage reduction. One thing to note as well is that every single turn, Garp is going to continuously orb bind your top and middle rows. However, it's not every single turn. There is a point in time where he actually just stops doing it. So I think it might be for the first 5, maybe 4 turns he'll do it, and then he'll just stop doing it. Also, if you leave Sengoku alive after turn 5, he's going to deal 8,600 damage plus his normal attack, so he's going to be dealing close to 20,000 damage to your team. So I think that if you are going to be stalling on anyone on this stage, I feel like Garp is the better choice if you are going to do any stalling here. Also, there's an interrupt. If you use any orb boosting effect, Garp will blow away a random crew member, so once again, do not use any orb boost on this particular stage. And then if that all wasn't enough for you, on the final stage against Ambush Quest Sengoku, we have the final boss who has 15 million health and attacks every turn for 15,200 damage, and his preemptive attack is crazy. He goes ahead and gives you a full board of negative orbs, he cuts your health in half, he removes all beneficial effects, he has full poison and toxic immunity, he has delay immunity, so you can actually still reduce his defense. He also has a 3-turn defense up, and that's a pretty substantial defense up as well. He also rewinds all driven character specials by 4 turns, so say goodbye to your V2 Doflamingo teams or Big Mom teams against this particular stage. And also, instead of becoming an actual Psy unit, he transforms into a quick unit. So many annoying things you have to deal with here, and also if you leave him alive after turn 5, he has a damage threshold for 3 turns and boosts his own attack. But if you leave him alive up until, turn 5, I don't know how you're doing that. Maybe using some sort of zombie team, or you have a lot of healing, but I mean, after turn 5, he's going to be dealing a lot of damage to you overall. And below 20%, he's basically going to instantly kill you. I don't think too many damage reducing effects are going to be able to tank that under 20% hit. But anyways, that's the full breakdown of the Ambush Sengoku stage. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and if you guys did enjoy it, make sure to leave a like. And if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post on my channel, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But other than that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.